Everyone, welcome to the first rendition of the Fantasy Baseball Experience Champions podcast. Give a round of applause for our week one winner, Austin Shipman,
Go.
and our week two winner,
Let's
Hayden
go.
Austin. Didn't make a podcast last week, so this week we're going to bring both winners in, talk to both of them about moves that they've made during the week and what helped them become the top champion of that matchup. Do some fun stuff, talk about some injuries going on in the baseball world, and also do power rankings for our league. So we're going to get started with Austin, the week one leader. Austin, your current name is low on stem cells. What were you last week, though? It had something to do with Alonzo, I believe.
To be honest, I can't even remember, so I'll have no idea.
All right.
But we're just gonna be a work in progress on the name for a while until something sticks.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm going with Judgment Day.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, last week,
I think Brandon Lau is definitely feeding on some stem cells every week right now because his back is absolutely juiced to the moon and back. All right.
is he the better brother? I think he is for the Rays. Who's the other one plays
Is
the
that
Yankees?
his brother? Is that his brother on the
I'm just
team?
assuming. I'm just being that guy and assuming because it's not low, it's low for both of them. But anyways, you had 432
Yeah,
points.
well,
Pablo Lopez comes out with an absolute banging week. Everyone thinks he's washed. He's leaving the Marlins. Are you stoked about Pablo Lopez's performance? Do you think it's going to last?
I think Pablo is definitely. I mean, you could throw another name out there for me, and maybe we can talk. But I think he's the breakout pitcher candidate for the year. I know
First three,
today it was kind of rough, but he went up against Garrett Cole. Fucking who knows how many Ks he had. So
yeah. First three games, you get 24, 23, and 25 out of them. And then you still get 6 innings pitched on 2 earned runs and 7 strikeouts against the Yankees. So he gets screwed with a loss there. It was a good performance, I think. Um,
yeah, so
the
so,
big
so
impact
Pablo's been great, and I'll just say anybody can come feed me a trade. Boy, anybody can come try and get him, but it's going to cost you a lot. All right.
Hey,
well,
last year I traded for Pablo with Bueller, and y'all declined it. So thanks.
ended up saving me the
Yeah,
season.
and then he blew his elbow.
Yeah, yeah.
Austin
But
needs
Pablo's looking dangerous.
you need to do some outreach on Pablo trades though, because your star O'Neal Cruz fractures the ankle. How do you feel about that? How are you going to recover from that? Do
Yeah,
you think you can replace him? Are you looking to shop the trades a little bit? Or are you just going to work the waiver wire and try and make it through?
I think the problem is, like people have said on other podcasts we all watch, there's not a lot of depth at shortstop at this point. So, obviously you look for a trade, but everybody in this whole league is a bunch of scumbags, and you can't trade with them. You can't trade with any of them. It's all absurdity. So it's kind of looking rough. If anybody wants to have some sensible trades, they can send me. Sure, go ahead. I
And then you
mean,
pick
I'm
up
starting.
Orlando
I'm
Arcia.
I'm starting. Yeah, yeah. And Arcia goes down. That's unfortunate.
Exactly.
You
Immediately
know,
another IL stint from your shortstop. So it's not looking great for him yet.
it's not looking good. Now all of a sudden, I've ended up with Anthony Volpe though, and to be honest, I feel like that's kind of can go either way. He's kind of hot right now. We'll see where that goes.
Dropped.
Yeah, someone dropped Volpe. I don't know who originally had him. He
Balls
was
deep.
obviously doing terrible,
Mm-hmm.
but recently he's kind of picking it up. We'll see. We'll see where he goes. But that's a pretty good shortstop pickup to just kind of get out of nowhere.
Yeah, I was looking at Volpe. I ended up not reaching him and getting Tovar late in the draft. So I mean, I think you should be happy at least getting Volpe after having 2 IL stints at your shortstop.
Yeah. So
Do you have any big waiver moves that you made early on so far in the season that you're really liking and you feel like have made an impact? Because your team performed well again this week. So something's going on.
yeah, I think this last week I got kind of lucky because I went up against Kinsley, and obviously her team is pretty rough.
Yeah, we'll probably
So
see her later in the power rankings portion of the show.
yeah, yeah, she probably will be. So obviously, nothing really worked for me this last week waiver wise. So now I'm just looking at this next week. I got Brett Beatty picked up. Apparently, he got called up today.
Yep,
So
he
we're
did.
gonna throw him in the util this week, and we're gonna see what he can do just in case. I got no one else to put there, and I'm throwing Shohei in for his two start. He's projected a two start this week, so I'm throwing Shohei at pitcher. we're gonna kick Graham Ashcraft out to the curb for a little bit.
Yeah, I was looking at picking up Brady, but I just couldn't find someone to drop on my roster the way it is right now. So hopefully that pans out for you.
Yeah.
Well,
So
on
Beatty's the
to
one.
this week, gay for Goldie, no homo. We're a homophobic free show here, but this guy right here is gay for Paul Goldschmidt. Huge Goldschmidt fan. Reaches for him. What'd you get him? 13th overall pick. You reached for Goldie. Where were we at?
Right after Tucker.
Yeah, so early second round, Paul Goldschmidt goes to Hayden here. And Hayden, what'd you end up putting up this week? Let's see, you put up 341 points currently. The Astros game is on as we speak. He's got Framber Valdez probably about to take a L, but seems like he's in clear running for the most points this week. You feel like you've had any superstars really showed out this week? Are you happy with everyone, or is it just going steady Eddie as you planned it?
I mean, I feel like I have the best squad, and they just haven't been performing. And this week, finally, Kyle Schwarber actually takes some walks, gets on base.
Yep.
Kyle Tucker's been solid, and my pitching is finally stepping it up. Like you, Darvish.
Yeah, we all know how you is. He's going to come out. He's going to give you 30. He's going to give you 3. So let's not act like he's going to keep this crap up all season.
I mean, he's got to be the unluckiest pitcher ever. Like he's getting 1-0 losses.
Does he still? So he used to have his own catcher that would get traded around with him, and that catcher had to catch. Like when he,
I'm sure he's still there.
do you think who is the?
Well, I forgot his name, but he was just like a standard looking white guy. And so I don't know if the DH thing that it is now. I don't know if he just gets DH'd or whatnot, but maybe he's not there anymore. I don't know. Who's the Padres catcher?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to think of who it is.
Nobody.
Kind of hurt my
So
brain.
they could definitely throw that guy in there whenever you use pitching.
I want to say it's Austin Nola.
I mean, does it really matter anymore? Hughes called his own game.
Yeah, but how weird is it? Yeah, so Austin Nola is, I guess he's on waivers.
Either way, you shouldn't be excited about you. I mean, he's a very up and down pitcher. And
well, I'm not excited about him. I'm just glad he produced some points.
I mean, he's fun to watch.
I guess he has too many pitches, that's for sure.
Yeah. The guy I'm most excited about is Hunter Brown.
Yeah, so in most leagues, Hunter Brown has SPARP eligibility. So I was really looking forward to him, but on ESPN, he is not an RP. So if you could put him in a SPARP spot on ESPN, he'd be much more valuable. But I mean, he seems decent. I don't think he's going to be anything special for you.
I mean, apparently his slider's got velocity just behind DeGrom.
What does that mean?
Dude, I watch Astros games.
So, all right. Well, did you make any who's your waiver pickups you're feeling like you're going strong here? I don't think you've had any big injury woes like Austin has so far.
No, and I didn't really have any good waiver pickups. I picked up Straw, who had like 5 stolen bases week 1, but then he cooled off for me. Didn't really do much until today and yesterday. And then I got Paredes, and he kind of cooled off as well. I think the Rays were just hot that one week, and now they're just starting to see some actual opponents and not the Nats and the A's and whoever else they played.
Dude, speaking of stolen bases, you have Jeremy Pena. Dude's running right now. Dude is running. He's got 3 tonight. He only had 1 before tonight. He's had 4 stolen bases this year, and he had 3 tonight.
Oh, dang, he's just running tonight. I mean, his third one was just him booking it from second to third, like just an absolute savage man.
Yeah, I
pissed because he got hit
this year. I love the pitch clock, and the stolen base thing kind of irks me because it's dumb if you disengage twice. Everyone knows you're going to the plate, and it's like a free base if you have any kind of. So I don't know how I feel about that. Stolen bases adds a lot more excitement, but being a pitcher, the responsibility being lost there is kind of dumb to me. But I do love the pitch clock. So how do y'all feel about everything?
I will say you got a balk today for 3 step-offs. He didn't even does he speak English? Because I don't think he knew what the ump was saying.
He was still lost. How about you, Austin?
Bach is just something they eat over there in Japan, bro. And then
Well, cancel this.
I love the pitch clock. It's actually made games somewhat watchable.
Dude, there was a game last week that was
But
under 2 hours.
yeah, but that's kind of like annoying if you're going to go to the games, and that's what I've been seeing.
That's what I'm
Like the
thinking.
drive to Atlanta is going to be shorter, or it's going to be longer than the game.
Yeah.
Like
So
it's going to be.
I mean, Benton gets to stay there longer though, right? He should get to like the seventh
I
inning.
yeah, I don't
I
know.
guess I think he's just going to bring more
Yeah, and apparently most stadiums now
alcohol down at this point.
end at 7, or they had their last call of the 7th inning. But now most stadiums are going the whole game because they still got to get those sales in. So, I mean, he might get kicked out. He might have to go to jail after the game, and we got to deal with that instead of just the Truist Park police. So that could be a problem. But well, so the next segment on our show I'm going to start implementing is our fantasy baseball experience power rankings. And since we have 2 week champions with us here, I'm going to let Austin start off giving us the top 3 power rankings for the league, how he's feeling, how he's seeing everybody, what he sees in their teams. And then we're going to have Hayden bring up the rear and show the bottom 3 teams in our power ranking. I'll be sure to post these in the description below so y'all can follow the power rankings throughout the season with us. And Austin, get us started. Who are the top 3 teams that you see in our league this year?
This is kind of tough right now because I'll give an honorable mention to Kevin. I'll give an honorable mention to Kevin. I don't want to put him in the top 3 because I don't respect his managerial skills,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll throw him in an honorable mention for a spot, and then I'll stick at number 3. Gosh, I'll stick at number 3. I'll put Logan's team. I don't know if that's dumb or not, but I like him and I like his team. Or I don't know.
Let's check out
It's
here.
it's kind of like I'm feeling like his team. He's gonna
I'm
have
gonna
a nice
share
solid team coming in.
yeah, share my screen over here. So here's Logan's team. This is who you're putting at 3rd place in our power rankings here. Let people kind of get an idea at home. Scherzer.
I think Jordan Alvarez, Mookie Betts, Wander Franco is very dangerous,
Yeah, it's a pretty nasty.
and I think maybe he's lacking in the pitching a little bit too much. I don't know.
I
Because then
agree.
I'm over here
Yeah.
looking at Alex's team, and I'm like, how'd you get whooped this week? You get whooped this week, and your pitching is disgusting. Like, how do you have Sandy and Jacob DeGrom? Like, how did that even happen?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm with you.
But
Well,
I'm going to stick him
the
there, and then
bottom.
I'll put Hayden at 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
put Hayden at 2, and then me at 1. I think O'Neill Cruz definitely isn't a season ender at all. So we'll just kind of hope they're kind of chills out on the injuries, and I'll be there as an absolute kryptonite to a few of these teams in the playoffs. I mean, if I
I
can
agree.
just hang in there,
I'm-
I can make a long run into the playoffs.
yeah, we'll see. I hope maybe Volpe fills in short for you well because short's weak. Outfield, that's tough, buddy. Carol Kwan and Joey Weimer here. I mean, that's a tough place to be in as
Hey,
outfield.
go look at their numbers.
Look at
Go look
the
go
season.
look at their numbers. All right,
Don't start me
you
on
got to put
players'
respect
averages and
on
stuff.
Stephen Kwan. You got to put respect on Stephen Kwan. He is the absolute picture of just consistency, and he's just
Joey
been
Weimer
absolutely
is out
thrown
here
out. Just
in 3%
yeah,
of leagues. All right.
Joey Weimer is rough. I will not argue that one. That is a rough one. And also just go look at Adam Duvall in my IL. So that was another tough outfield loss. And
Yeah.
so Corbin Carroll, I mean, he hits a bomb today. I mean, dude's averaging over 3. I mean, what do you guys want?
I know we all expected the Corbin Carroll hype. You definitely took him early too. You reached for him. It's not like he fell where he was
I
supposed
had to.
to. I want to say
Those outfielders were flying off. They were flying off. And we'll
he
just
Carroll
my
63rd
next
overall.
yeah.
So All right.
Bregman stepped up for you this week too.
Your top three is fair. I mean, you and Hayden deservingly, obviously, you're here for a reason. I feel like I should sneak in there. I've been, guys are coming back. I'm not worried about it. I'm 2-0. I'm 2-0. Austin's over here
I think
1-1 in the power
I
rankings.
think
I'll deal with it
I'll
though.
let Hayden say his, and then I'll just say for sure who's in last,
Okay.
and then you guys can go ahead.
All right. So Hayden, we'll let you bring it up here. So who is the 10th, 11th, and 12th worst teams in the Fantasy Baseball Experience League so far?
Firstly, I want to say, as much as we don't like Kevin as a manager, I think he's got the number one team.
Dude, Gallen had 63 this week. He's not
Dude,
getting
just based off Strider and Acuna alone.
I know. He takes it first overall in our league, for those who have won him. First pick, everyone's joking. Kevin sucks at fantasy sports. We're like, oh, he's going to take Ohtani. He comes out and poaches Acuna from us, and it's worked out for him.
But anyways, lowest of the week, I will start with, what do you say, 10th, 11th, 12th?
Yeah, let's go from there down.
All right, I'll say 10th is Mitch.
Okay. Yeah.
Can you pull that up?
Yeah, let me pull this up because Mitchell, something is up. He likes talking trash, and it's not working out for him. You guys see that?
I mean, yeah, Chaz Chisholm, that is a K machine right there. He might get you a few homers, but
yeah,
that's negative.
Now
Trey Turner, Phillies don't know how to play baseball.
Yeah, Phillies went. I don't know what happened to them. They're supposed to be good. They're not. He's dreaming this Bryce Harper coming back in like September is going to save his season, but he's going to miss playoffs by then.
And then look at that pitching, dude. Lance Lynn at your number 2. You are doomed. Sorry about Max Fried.
Look, Max Fried is kind of tough to be out, but I don't know. I don't mind Mitchell's team. I don't really know what happened this week. I guess it was just a really rough week because it doesn't seem like this team should be putting up the points.
I mean, his hitters is like yeah, everyone knows who Giancarlo Stanton is, and I think he actually had a really good game 2 days ago or so. But
he's IL-10 right now. What the frick?
Of course he is. I think he tweaked a hamstring running out of home run. Yep.
Oof. Yeah, he's also got Olsen.
That's not good.
And we know Olsen's hot now, but he's also a K machine. So good luck with that.
But I agree. I think Mitchell's team's underperforming a little bit right now, but the way it's shown, he's deserving of a good 10 spot. So what you got at 11?
11. I think I went with, who did I go with? Oh, Cody.
Okay. Yeah.
We had a close battle this week. I was even depressed midweek. Like I lost. I was telling my wife I don't care about baseball anymore.
For those that don't know, Cody's also one of our people that usually bring up the rear in the league, and he thought that he was for sure going to be on the podcast tonight. He matched Hayden. He's about at 300 points this week, 294. So he held in strong until Hayden pulled away today. But what do you think about the team?
Amazing pitching, but all of his hitters overperformed. Like Bellinger, when did he start caring about baseball? Like only against my team is that guy putting up points.
Dude, he went back and played LA this week, and that's what it was. It was his first time back. Did y'all see the pitch clock violation on his standing ovation?
I saw it in like an article.
Incredible. He walks up to the plate, everyone's cheering, so he steps back and like knocks his hat off. Thank you, thank you. The ump's just like, no, fuck y'all. That's a strike. And the umps have got to chill with stuff like that. They got to chill.
I mean, with its Bellinger, he's got to get in the box. Like with standing O, I guess.
Here, man. That's terrible. But yeah, I'm with you. Tim Anderson hurt. No way. Shocker. Corey Seager hurt. No way. Shocker. Darno got concussed. No way. Like you said, pitching stout, but the lineup is just, it's not going to be there week.
If you go look at percentage rostered, it's like 20% for all of his hitters except for Mike Machado.
Yeah, this is pretty rough. 9.
Yeah. I would recommend that he trade some of these pitchers, and I do like Kodai Senga, by the way. Cody, you can go ahead and just throw that my way.
Yeah, I told Cody preseason about the ghost pitch, and he just poached this man for me before the draft. So it's all right. I shouldn't have given away that information, but
he's got Musgrove on the IL.
Last place in the power rankings, Hayden.
last place, and I mean, it's got to be unanimous just because all the injuries, obviously. We're going with Brady.
Yeah, this team is dong water, like fresh boiled dong water out of a vending cart on the streets of New York. This guy was champ last season, and he drafts the infirmary room, and it just keeps getting worse as the season goes on. So take a look at this.
Yeah, he just tried to find those striders again this year, and it's been a rough few weeks.
Goodness, I mean, at least Carlos Correa has been decent for him, I think, but he reached for Jordan Walker. Of course, Juice Tatis. He's not going to be good when he comes back. Did y'all see his minor league game? He hit 3 bombs in his first AAA start.
I did see that.
Pretty gnarly, but
Yeah.
I'm over it. He's going to do something stupid and get hurt or get suspended again. Tatis really screwed me over last year. If anyone's wondering why I have such animosity towards him, but Michael Harris injury, Braves aren't going to rush him back because it looks like all of our outfield replacements are studs. So that's a good sign. And then his pitching rotation's 45 and up. That's a joke.
Yeah, and I tried to get Robert Jr. from him, but he was holding strong.
That's the only player he has that's healthy, bro.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to make trades with everybody, and I mean, it was tough going through that lineup. I had to pick somebody.
How does he have Gunnar Henderson benched? I mean, look at what he's dealing with. He's got
I mean,
Chase.
he's actively throwing games. It kind of needs to be looked at by the league, but
Yeah, I might need to look into this. He could be throwing for no reason.
Maybe he's just distracted with the big move, you know?
I
could
guess,
be.
yeah. Shout out to Brady. He's out there in Alpharetta now. Big move for him. Lots going on in his life. And maybe he forgot to set his lineup this week because that's a joke to look at, if I'm going to be honest. So,
Yeah, make sure to set it next week, Brady. He's putting effort out there.
goodness
Uh,
gracious.
while you got that pulled up, well, keep that pulled up. I need you to check out the goat of the week.
The what?
The goat.
Oh, the go to the week. All right. What am I
Yep.
looking
You just go to my team real quick.
at? Okay. Okay. Is
And
it
then
going to be, you want me to look at their week totals or is he just on your
uh,
roster?
nah, just on my roster, go to Matt Chapman in a contract year, playing out of his mind.
Let's check it out, dude. Batting 453, 67 fantasy points, 3 bombs. Yeah, he's playing out of his mind.
Only had one bad game because he was sick.
That's the most Canadian shit I've ever heard, bro. He was sick.
Dude, their healthcare system's rough, man.
Illness. Yeah, he's probably been waiting on a doctor for weeks. Well, yeah, he is balling. And look at that little Hitler stash he's got going on. It's cute. Well, yeah, I mean, I'd give him the go to the year so far. 67 points, pretty solid coming out of your third base slot. I think everybody be happy with that. Well, all right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any other kind of topics you want to cover before we get out of here? Do you want to trash talk anyone? I mean, feel free. You guys are week winners. You can tell people what you want to tell them.
Yeah, I got something. I'm looking to get rid of Luis Garcia and Jose Abreu. Hit me up. Except for Will, because I don't even want to look at Will's trades, honestly.
That's all right. That's just not good. Nobody wants Luis Garcia. He can't do his little salsa dance anymore. He's worthless.
Dude, I mean,
Austin,
someone's got to believe in him.
you got any final thoughts, Shippy?
I think it's been a great start to the year. It's been definitely the best fantasy sport to be a part of.
Yes, and the involvement
So
in the league has been incredible.
so yeah, it's definitely been looking good. I'll just say, we're going into matchup three. I'm just here looking. I'm playing Alex this week. I'll say this: I am Alex's kryptonite when it comes to fantasy, and I will win this week for sure, and in the playoffs when I play him. So it'll just be how it is. I'm sorry, Alex, but I'm charging up to 3-0, and then we'll just cruise from there because then wins will just come when they come.
Gotcha. That's well said. That was well said. I'm looking forward to y'all's matchup next week. Appreciate everyone tuning in that watches this. Stays tuned to the channel. I'm also going to post our league get together, play some blitzball games, things like that. Just allow other people to see the camaraderie in fantasy baseball. It's the best fantasy sport there is. We all play football, we play basketball, we do everything, but fantasy baseball is elite. So that is why I'm bringing this podcast to everyone's attention. So I appreciate y'all. Austin, Hayden, thanks for joining. And hopefully one of y'all make it to the pod next week.
This guy in the
Go
Mets,
Mets.
man.
Go Mets, baby. Polar Bear Pete.